and you play good. That's what the coach always told me. Welcome to another special day of Sidelines Radio right here on Amazing 102.5 FM. And I'm not gonna lie to you people, it's been a rough morning in here for everybody. We gonna cause
Wow.
we ain't gonna
Say the least.
we not gonna sugarcoat it. It's been rough. I left my memory card with it at the school yesterday. I had to go there and have to pray no kids took it because they know what those memory cards are.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's been a morning here.
Yeah.
It's been a morning here. Ronald, Liquid, it's so good to see y'all to make it better.
Yeah. It's
Always.
yes. We just gotta woosah, breathe, and come in the room on this good Wednesday. This is a real hump day Wednesday for real. So we gotta fight for the wins today. We gotta fight for it.
To say the least.
Ronald, what happened with your morning if you want to share with the folks, man?
Man, what didn't happen? What did not happen? We'll start there. I ran out of gas on the way to the station. Phone died on the way to the station. Couldn't let anyone know. Couldn't get any help. Had to walk to the gas station, do all that. But we're not gonna dwell on the negatives. We're gonna keep everything positive. You know, got to see my lovely co-host faces, and that brightened everything up instantly.
Right.
I feel the love.
You can tell he's a smooth talker.
Oh,
He's a smooth talker. But let's get right to it. It's cold in Minnesota right now, literally, for the Timberwolves, man. As they were up 2-0, they have now given up a 2-0 lead in this series, and it took another loss last night. And they were saying Anthony Edwards looking like Michael Jordan. But what I want to know from you all is Minnesota really ready with the roster that they have to be a championship contender for these few years coming up with this?
They have. This is what I see from it. I think the experience is not really there. It's a young team. It's building. It's going to be, I think, a powerhouse and be able to really transform into a championship mega team. But I think now they're still going to be competitive, and I see these games going to 7, right? But I just feel like the experience and the mindset and the flow of how to actually win in this kind of setting is new. And so when you're going up against an experienced championship team who knows how to do it, who has done it, who has the MVP on the squad, and they are on a 10 because right now they heard all the negative things that everything that was being said about them, and they are
Right.
just have elevated to that championship mindset. I think it's going to be hard for them to come out on top in this particular series. That's what I think.
Absolutely, and we're seeing that next level switch
Yeah.
by the Denver Nuggets, and I think the Timberwolves, kind of got lackadaisical. They got comfortable with those 2 wins, and you've seen Rudy Gobert, who's had some ups and downs, always seems to be a great defensive player in the regular season, but then when postseason time comes, he looks like he's getting played off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So I just see that extra gear that I don't think Minnesota is able to reach. Given the pressure being put on them by the Denver Nuggets, because it's coming in onslaughts.
And the Joker is just being, like, in my eyes, he is in at least the top 10 list of centers of all time now.
At least he's undoubtedly the best player in the NBA right now. I think he's putting his stamp on any doubters that doubted him winning his 3rd MVP. He's letting everybody know he's the best player in the game of basketball right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's people get caught up in the scoring and the fancy dribbling, the step backs and all that. And here we talking about it's a guards league now. We have a big man who isn't athletic at all. And he's an athlete, but he just isn't athletic as
Can't
most.
jump over a curb. I say this all the time.
Man, but he flew over Anthony Edwards for that dunk. Like, he knows how to run the lane hard down the middle, and when they give it to him in transition, go up strong. And like, man, he's a credible
His
passer.
footwork, and that
impeccable.
One time he did a move, that footwork was so smooth, I was like, get out of here. I had to just take a break from that. That footwork is so solid and so fluid,
Left hand hook, right hand hook. If you double him, he's gonna make the right pass. Playmaking ability off the charts.
Yeah.
Jump shot is crisp. Excellent free throw shooter. It's hard pressed to really find a hole in his game.
And if I'm correct, I don't know his stats. I know you have his stats over there, but he had 0 turnovers
Yes, for a long time of that game.
Yep.
What did he
Wait,
finish
wait,
with?
wait.
Zero
Make sure I'm
turnovers.
at the right line. Yes, zero turnovers, one block, two steals, 13 assists, seven rebounds. Shot 88% from the free throw, 66, well, two for three from the 3 point line, and shot 68% from the field. With then, by the way, that was a 40
40
ball,
piece.
40
Yeah.
ball,
Uh
40
huh.
piece chicken nugget
Exactly.
with no sides and a special sauce with it.
Exactly.
His efficiency was rating of 21.
And this is against the again. This is against a four-time Defensive Player of the Year
Of the year, yeah.
in Rudy Gobert.
Y'all know how I feel about
He had
that.
him on skates. He had.
He's not no. So is he really that man? This was on the script, but this got to go. Is he really a defensive player of the year? Like when he stated gets cooked every year in the playoffs.
I think me and Lathan are on the same side of the coin on this one. I feel he's the most overrated defender in the
Mm.
NBA, and that was voted on upon by his peers as he was voted as the most overrated player in the league. And I think that's
So who would y'all say should be the defensive player of the year in the league
This year,
this
I
year?
would say I can't even think of it right now. Somebody got robbed this year.
I think it's a toss up between these three players. Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat, being able to switch out and guard guards. I think that's a very underrated skill, especially in today's NBA with
Yes.
all the switch heavy
Mm-hmm.
schemes.
Agreed.
Being able to pick up a guard and hold your own in the paint. And then I say the rookie phenom Wembyama, most
Mm.
blocks in the league.
Oh
Oh yes,
yeah.
that's who it was. Wimbiana.
Yeah.
He
Was
just
he was a contender on the
He was a
list,
he
right?
was
finalist.
he
He was
He
was
a
was
a
a
finalist.
finalist
finalist,
on the
Yes.
list.
right?
Well
Number
deserved.
two.
I
I don't
believe
know
he
what he finished,
so.
but he was top three for sure.
Okay.
Believe
And then who
so.
you say is the third?
Anthony Davis. Those are my three guys.
Mm.
I like
Anthony
that list.
Davis, they always slight him when it comes down to that. You're absolutely right about that one. Every year, every season, they always slight him on that. And that's I don't why is that? Why they give why? Cuz he is a good defender.
Because the winning is everything in the NBA.
And yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. And he actually played a lot of games this season. He
Yeah.
was very healthy. He stayed on the healthier side. I think played 70 plus games
Yep.
this year for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah, I
So
think he had a good season
a
this season.
borderline great
You
season.
know, stat wise and
Flew under the
everything.
radar.
Uh
But
huh. Yeah.
And so, next on the list we have one thing I want to get to, and I'm loving it. I'm a '90s baby,
ba 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 ba.
right? So we all know the good old Eastern Conference rivals that good old. We got one going on with
Love it.
Indiana and New York.
I'm loving it.
90s vibes, real
Yeah.
90s
Real
vibes.
90s vibe. Even though it wasn't a close game, man,
Yeah.
I just love to see them going
Yeah.
at it against
Yeah,
each other.
everybody saying the Knicks playing too many minutes and tired. But hey, Brunson is my dude.
Yes, he's been
I
good.
love this
Brunson
guy.
Burner.
Dallas Mavericks fans are burning up inside right now. Well, kind of, no, not right now at this point, but last season they were burning up.
Definitely last season they were burning up for sure.
I
Man,
mean, this guy is. If I had to choose anyone out of the league as my PG or anything, it would be Brunson. He
Wow.
is doing some. I like.
that's huge.
That's a
I
Big
mean,
that's a
statement.
to
very
me,
big statement.
I mean, to me, he's doing it. He's carrying this team. He even carried it through the injuries. He's carried it and he's tired. He's playing 40 plus minutes a game. He's still putting up high numbers. He's still being efficient on the court. He's a leader. He's a finisher. I mean, he's a closer. He's doing all these things under the conditions that we say, ooh, that's too much, you know? So, yeah, that's my dude right now. That's
Right,
my man.
right. And so, real quick, I'm gonna read the stats before we go to break. He was 18 for 35 on 51. Oh my gosh, 51%. That's crazy. With a 44 piece Popeye special
See
on
what
the
I'm saying?
folks.
35 is a lot of. I just want to get that out there. Shooting the ball 35 times, you should have 40 piece. I'm just saying, if we can harken back to, I think Jokic shot the ball half the amount of times and still only had 4 less points.
He had only 7 assists, 3 turnovers,
Three turnovers.
4 rebounds. He shot 85% from the free throw line, and had efficiency rating of 31. So
Okay.
Wow.
that was his stats that night. And
Yeah.
also, I got to shout out Isaiah Harstein, 17 rebounds. Shout out Stephon
Oh, yeah.
Martinez,
Yeah.
Big Deep Training right here located in Houston, Texas, man. One of the best pro trainers out.
He has
That's
been
his guy.
balling,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
his guy.
balling
And
on
Yeah.
the boards.
Martinez is one of the reasons. Coming up, after this break on Main 125, we're gonna switch it over to the women's.
Let's go. WNBA.
Very excited.
It's time.
We
We
talk
can
about
see the energy.
We
maybe
here.
talk about some of these. Maybe fellas are gonna start to get flued out. Now to WNBA game. We're gonna be right back here on
Latham would love
Sidelines.
that.